Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Dolphins would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Marshalls going up against the Dolphins. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and to the newly renovated Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Antonio Marshalls and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visiting San Antonio Ball Club, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention. They go play action here on first down. Stocker's got it, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On second down, Adams. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. And this defense is on the field right now and just looking to keep the momentum, the mojo going from a week ago.
Partner, this defense is full of confidence. They feel great about themselves, and they don't think anyone can move the ball on them now.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Shields, and incomplete here on 3rd down. And they'll send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So the Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough starting field position here. Flash the power, but only able to get to the 10 with it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Tough spot for the offense. 3rd and 8. Off play action. Francis. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd down now, Adams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Let's go! Green 39!
From the gun, Shields. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Well, the offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Francis over the middle, complete. It's Weber. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. On first down, Francis. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, Francis. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Ordinarily, the responsibility for not letting edge pressure disrupt the play falls on the offensive tackles. Their job to push that edge pressure so far wide they can't either get to the quarterback or the runner.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up second down. To throw on second down. Shields. The throw left side, complete to Hogan. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Throwing on first down. Shields. And this is incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 28. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, it's Adams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Patrick Murray now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Second down following the run. They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Shields. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On first down, Adams. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, Shields. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Looking to throw. Shields stays on his feet. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game was we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. First down. Francis. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. And a give this time to the tailback. And shedding through the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down. 1 quarter down. It's a 3-point game here early. And we'll be back to South Florida after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Looking to throw on second down. Francis, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
Operating from the gun. Francis throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through him, right at the 45. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Miami. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the second quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
They'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Shields. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Shields firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Shields. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that, because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then, because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
Looking to throw. Francis. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner, because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
To the air on 2nd down. Shields and Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Shields. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down. Looking to throw. Shields. Hard throw. Incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
No, check, Patriot!
Off the play fake. Francis able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. First and 10. Francis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
To throw on second down. Shields. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Shields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go. Blue 90.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. And coming on is the backup quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And some space here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll be set up with great field position as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a real tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hogan. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Shields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Dolphins trail at home at halftime. The Marshals have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10, wide open catch will be made on the deep pass. And this goes 73 yards for the score. Now early in the second quarter, defense will win the battle and get the sack. This will go for a loss of 7. Offense out now following the interception. Pleasant's got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 7. Third down from the 43. Johnson's got to get to the quarterback here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll do it from here. Let's go back down to Miami with Brandon and Charles.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here we go. 3-19.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The offense on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Green, 39.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Patrick Murray now on for the field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Murray's kick is up and good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And after the made field goal, Murray back out there to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throw left side complete. That's Marsh. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
On first down, Adams. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On third down, it's Adams. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They run the counter. Adams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shields letting one go deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here we go. Green, 39.
To throw on 3rd down. Shields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Back to throw. Shields. And it's caught. Touchdown. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point attempt to come here. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
I love when a play results in a game that I can actually kind of fall back on one of my favorite adages, and that is anytime there's a run over 10 yards, it means that the offensive line did its job, but you know who else did? The wide receivers. Because the first 7 yards kind of belong to the offensive line and the running back. Anything after that means the wide receivers did a great job of blocking downfield, being willing to mix it up, and give them some more space to gain additional yardage.
Offense.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15.
Here we go. Green.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
Check.
Now they try the right side here.
to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Garoppolo on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Second down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Here's Murray for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second down, Adams, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone.
for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, we've seen some lead changes, and it certainly appeared that one of these squads was in full control of the game, but that's not the case after that touchdown.
And they erase a 2 TD deficit here to grab the lead. Here's Murray for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that's caught inside the 35. And touchdown. A big play there with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Second down now after the incompletion. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
They find some open field here. Oh, no, he lost the football. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Boom, landed.
Garoppolo now. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Here's Murray for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now it's Murray to kick this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Shields. Throws right side, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to throw. Shields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Marsh. Touchdown! A big play there. 45 yards. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out come the Dolphins now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Throw left side complete. That's Weber. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
All right, here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the fourth. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. On first down, Adams. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
To throw on second down, Shields. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Back to throw. Shields. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw on second down. Shields. And he will find his man on the outside.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still second down.
To throw on second down. Shields. And he slings one that's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Throwing on third and long. Shields. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. And they'll send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And taken right at the 35. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines.
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Walker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll keep it on the ground. Adams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was just saying, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their 2nd-year kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a 3rd would win it. And this one is right down Broadway. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And, Charles, he hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
Exactly. And this was by far the most nerve-wracking. They just stepped up and calmly banged it through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for our visitors, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.